Hello, book friends, and welcome back to the Sort of Truth podcast. I missed you. It's the alcohol-fueled, chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with a brookful of craft brew on the side. Or can, because, can.
Well, brooks are kind of small. You can make like a brook with like a poured
If
can?
I pour it out into my mouth, then I am creating a brook of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. It's all good. Oh, yeah, I'm Nate.
And I'm Jade, and on this episode, we are walking into Chapter 6 of Blood of the Fold.
Yes, we are. We couldn't decide what to put. We're walking into, there's a shield people go into. We were entering, and that sounded weird, although it's funny.
We got there.
So we settled on walking,
yeah,
and I think it's
fine.
fine.
We went safe, it's fine.
'Cause that's, a lot of walking happens in this chapter. It's really what it is. Group of people going from A to B, and, some other shit happens, some big shit. So you should definitely listen, because we're going to talk about all that shit. But, yeah, that's all. Did I just confuse you?
I was just going to say, I feel like all fantasy books are, walking.
Or was that, what was it, Family Guy, where they made the joke about the Lord of the Rings? And he's like, hey, I'm going to act out all 3 movies right now. First movie, oh, hey, a ring. And then he starts walking. Second movie, just walking. Third movie, he takes a few more steps and he goes, boop, the end.
Wasn't that Clerks too?
Was it Clerks? I don't remember.
I
gotta
remember
study up.
the dude doing it.
We need another movie weekend or week.
Okay.
Yeah. But that will be for another time. Right now, we got to do a thing.
We got to do a thing. That's what we came here for.
Yes. And my beer is cold and now open. So we're good to go.
Let's do it.
All right. So, I always start off with so. I can't help it.
You did a movie announcer voice there at the end, though. That was nice.
I like that. Just set the scene. So, when we last left... No, I'm not going to do it. So, yeah, every time. Verna and Warren meet sisters Philippa, Marin, and Dulcina, who will now be known as Phil, Marin, and Dulcie. Just because. On the bridge to Hallsberg Island, the sisters are pissy with Verna for taking so long to get back to them. Remember, Kevin Andelmere was sent to go get Verna, and apparently she took her sweet-ass time, and so they're pissed.
And Verna responds with being I didn't realize we were going to start the backbiting so soon. Literally, she just took a fucking walk. Not even a super roundabout walk. Just a long walk back from the palace. And they're mad.
Well, and the other thing that kind of bothers me about this is because they told Andelmere that he needed to hurry the fuck up, and he told Verna that he had no idea what the issue was, just that she needed to get back there.
Yeah.
So, yes, it does kind of sound urgent, but again, if it was really urgent, maybe you would say, there's some serious shit that needs your attention 10 minutes ago. Give it some stank. Hit the gas.
They threatened his life. That's...
Him, but he's not her. I mean, I'm not,
Yeah.
I just... she didn't know.
No, exactly. I think that they were just, doing what normal people do after a funeral, which is, I don't know, gather your thoughts?
Yeah, I was taking a fucking minute. Yes, the funeral was today. I guess that's where I'm at. The funeral was today. Obviously, people have other shit going on. Cool your jets.
You're fucking
just
lucky
a little bit.
I didn't stop off in the bar and knock a couple back. Because that's a normal thing to do,
It would have been on my game plan, yeah. Anyways, these sisters threatened to demote her that she took so long, all the way back to novice, making it, super clear that they are putting themselves above her, which also makes sense because we know there's a race for the prelate going on, and so that's probably just a preemptive, no. Like the girl from Game of Thrones, I can't think of her name offhand. It's going to come to me right after this. But when they need a king for the North, and her uncle stands up, well, since she's like, no, hey, sit down. You're done. That's what they're doing to Verna.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to, lop the flower's head before it even grows.
Yeah, they're making it very clear to her where she stands, like, as if she doesn't know. They are not equals here. She's down here, we're up here. Even if we're all sisters, oh, by the way, that might not be that way for very long. Like, that's...
Right.
Yeah. They're assholes, is what's happening.
They're assholes. So Marin, well, she is an asshole. She makes a comment about, Richard's not here to help you this time, so, yeah. And Verna calls her out, which was great. She's like, so you changed the story. Before, you told me that I was upgraded again to sister because you prayed to the Creator, and he was all like, hey, take it easy on Verna. She's my child. But now you're telling me that it was Richard, so you're lying. And if I remember correctly, Sisters of the Light don't like liars.
Nope.
Don't really want a prelate for a liar. Don't really want a liar for a prelate either. So shut the fuck up.
Well, she also asks what punishment she's going to give herself for lying, because you need to give yourself a punishment, like a penance,
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Self-flagellation. Like, here, take this whip or a baseball bat.
Oh, God.
Oh, here, it's a broken shards of glass. I just so happen to be carrying these around.
Oh.
The face you're making is... I'm sorry, did I just freak you out?
What? I don't know.
You weren't expecting that?
No, it wasn't. It's not in the notes.
But so, Dulcie tells Verna she should put the notion of becoming prelate out of her head. Right? Just what we were talking about. She's below us. You're not even a contender, so stop. When Verna tries to respond about whether Dulcie is backing Leona, Philippa puts an end. No. Phil. Phil puts an end to the conversation by saying they had to get this sham over with so they could get to the selection process.
Yeah, we're kind of skimming over a lot of the politics here because these sisters are backing certain people to be the prelate, and so they all have their own end games.
Yeah,
situation.
Yeah. They're all out for themselves right now.
Yeah, I felt like it was going to get very confusing if we were like this and that and this and that. If you read the chapter, it's very clearly laid out, but just so you know.
We might muck it up, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah. That's never happened before.
Never, ever, ever.
Not even once. So Verna is like, what the fuck does that even mean? Because she still does not know what's going on.
Yeah, what sham? What's happening?
Yeah, they're just like, well, let's get it over with. But, I mean, it kind of makes it seem like it's something that might be beneficial to Verna, because they were just saying, okay, you're no good, you're lower than us, so let's just go get this thing that's not really even going to matter out of the way.
Yeah, one of them had made some implication, like Verna thought she was putting herself in as a prelate, and we know she wasn't, because she just was talking to Warren about how she's not anywhere in the contention for it, so, yeah.
Right, she doesn't even want the job.
So obviously, that has to do with the sham that's going on, and it may benefit her in the end, whatever's going on, but she's still, like, super fucking clueless.
Meh. Doesn't even really care. Like, she cares, but if it is beneficial, she doesn't. Nah, she's good.
Yeah, I don't think, she's not thinking into it too deep right now. She's just like, I don't know what the fuck, we just had a funeral, guys, like, I don't know what your problem is. We could probably wait.
Right. But she doesn't really even get a good answer. They're like, look, we waited long enough, so just come the fuck on. We are going to the palace. And by the way, for being late, we'll punish you later. But we're not going to deal with that right now. Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, and for her mouth. They were, like, very
this.
upset with her being feisty.
Yeah, well, that's why we love Verna. So her and Warren hold back just a little bit. And he kind of marvels at just how fierce she can be, which is actually not much of a surprise. I'm not going to say this to sound like a misogynist or sexist, but
you're not.
I'm really not. But what I'm I'm just going to say it, and then I'll let all of you judge. You are a 5'3" small female, right? And yet, you amaze me sometimes at when you flip the switch. It's fucking on. And like, you can do that. You can do that. You can be very, very cold and cutting when you choose to be. Now, I'm not trying to say that sounds like it happens a lot or anything like that. And I feel like women do that better than men. Not trying to say that's a bad thing. Sometimes it's useful, but she can be like fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Just savage when she wants to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it is a common held thought that like women and men react different. Like men can go into rages more frequently and like, break down the whole room. But a woman is gonna just like poison you slowly.
She's gonna have the poison. So a better way for me to have said that would be, I think that men can do this too, but women can use it more for their advantage.
Yeah.
Because they're smarter than us and they think about things better than us.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with what you're saying to me right now.
It's fine. And the other thing they're wondering is, like, why the hell these three sisters are together? And apparently it's a united front against Verna. Campaign fuck Verna. But, like, they're all on different sides of this quote-unquote political race, too? So why are they working together?
Yeah, that was the question that they all had. And Verna was like, hey, remember that whole saying about keeping your friends close, but your enemies closer? Like, sometimes you gotta be close enough to stab somebody. So that's what's going on. They all just don't want the other one to have an upper hand. So they're just, like, gonna be there with them all the time.
Yeah. If any shit is going down, it's going down while I'm here.
Yes.
I want to be in the room where it happens. That's it. Yeah. Anyways, once they all arrive at the door to the Great Hall, they stop and Phil tells Warren, very aggressively, might I add, this is sister business, and you are not a sister. Sister.
She gets in his face, like, super close. Like, finger in his face, super not COVID-friendly close.
Hey, you're not socially distanced. Back that finger off. Oh, and by the way, whoever the prelate is will be putting his Rabahan back around his neck, so don't get too cozy without it. You heard me?
What a dick.
Fuck around, man. Like... Okay, you don't know who's going to be prelate yet. You don't know. You have a good idea, but like, or at least you have sisters who you think might be in contention for it, but you don't know who's going to make that call. And you're not able to make that call right now as it is. So why make that threat?
Well, I think it's just trying to throw around their influence. Like, they think that no matter who the prelate's going to be, I think that they are going to have some type of influence. Even if the other people that they don't like are picked. Like, that's how they think they're that important that that's the way it's gonna go.
So it's like they didn't take the collar off according to the tradition that they normally stick to. They didn't do it the way that it's always been done, so it's no good and we can't have that, so we're gonna undo it.
They can't have unruly boys? Is that what she said? Something along those lines?
They want to be able to control them.
Yeah.
It's like, but that...
Yeah.
The barefaced lie that it's like, no, you need this on for your gift. Well, we know that he passed the test of pain. You don't need the collar anymore. Right. So it's got nothing to do with the gift and keeping them safe or alive. It has everything to do with the sisters' control over the boys at the palace.
Yeah. It's fucked.
And 1000% fucked. It's just when you say stuff like that... What?
But Verna has his back. She's like, no, that's not gonna fucking happen. My decision is, like, final because it was graced by the creator because I'm a fucking sister of the light and you can't take that back, you bitch.
You bitch!
And then they drop it, like, pretty quick because they're like, this is not the time to have this conversation, which is totally true. Maybe she shouldn't have gotten in his fucking face about it.
Maybe not. Probably not. Just saying. They walk into this room, and they stop. Shocker. Sorry. There are other sisters, and there's novices. They're all up in the balconies watching, and there's some sisters that are, like, higher in status.